Mike, the senior technician here at ABI. Today we're going to be going over how to remove the axle to replace not only the axle but to replace the bearing plates. A lot of this stuff I have previously already bent the cotter pin back so it's straight to make this go quicker, and I've loosened a lot of the components to make the video run smoother. So first you remove your cotter pin and you remove your washer, and then you can just slide off the rim and tire. Now after I slide a piece off, I always put it back, kind of set it up the way it goes back on. That way I don't accidentally forget as I'm going. Now this, you've got on the ratcheting hub, you've got an Allen set screw right here. And I've already pre-loosened it, but you can loosen it. I like to use either a socket type or an Allen stub with a wrench. It gives you a lot more leverage. But you slide off the hub backer, and then again, when you remove your spacers or washers, now this one comes off for, oops, I forgot, inside you've got a keyway. We have to remove the keyway. Remove your washers. Again, set them on top so you remember how many go back in and in what order they went in. Now that one was a 1/4 inch Allen. The one here on the star sprocket is a 3/16. And again, I've pre-loosened it so to make this go a little quicker. Now on this star sprocket, your axle is going to be a little rusty because it's been used. This is on a new one. It still has grease on the axle. You're going to have to probably take a hammer and tap this off. Another thing you can do on these axles to make life easier for removing all this is after you remove a piece, or before you remove the pieces, take some emery cloth, shine this up, polish it up, and then all your components will slide right on and off, taking them off and putting them back in. After the star sprocket, remove the next keyway. Now this side is all completely torn apart. Okay, now we're on the left side of the spreader, and one thing I didn't mention, first thing I did too, is jack this up and place jack stands for safety under the sides on both sides so that I got both wheels off of the ground. Now we'll repeat the same process. Basically, first thing we do is remove the cotter pin, and this side only had one washer, the other side had two, so that's why I said putting them back together in the order they came off is kind of important, so that you don't forget from one side to the other. So set your tire down out of the way, set your spacer or washer back on top. And then we've got this in neutral right now. Yours may differ, and the chain displacer, it may have a different size. This is a newer version. But basically you turn this until you get the set screw facing upward again. And this side I didn't pre-loosen, so you'll see how it really works. And like I said, yours will not come off that easy. Yours you'll probably have to tap, and again, take some emery cloth, clean it up, shine it up. It'll make life that much easier. Okay, again, this is the newer version. The newer version has a bigger chain guard than the older version. On your old version, you're going to have room to go ahead and pull this axle all the way out at this point. So you can either slide the axle completely out of the unit and take it out to work on it, or if you like to pull this gear, if you have a large, like a 15-inch gear puller, you can put the hooks on the gear and pull it right while it's on the unit. If not, and the first thing you want to do is you want to measure your distance from the end of your axle to the beginning of your sprocket, because you want to make sure that distance is correct when you put it back together, so everything is spaced out the same. That's why we kept the spacers in order. So best thing to do though, if you got a gear puller, pull this off from here. If not, remove the axle. Make sure you took your emery cloth, clean this side up. This is very important on this side. And then spray it with a lubricant like a PV plaster to help it slide and break free. If you don't have a gear puller, set your axle straight up on a block of wood. Put a couple blocks of wood in the back of the axle, tap on the blocks of wood, and you're gonna have to tap hard for this to release. You might want to see with a pair of pliers if you can pull this keyway out before you try sliding it, because if you get this keyway all the way out first, it'll be that much easier to pound it. But as you can tell, this is in there pretty good. So you might have to just pound it off with the keyway still in. But then after you do that, you just get your new axle, put your gear back on the new axle, make sure you got the right distance, and then you just reverse the process, putting everything back together. Okay, so now after you've replaced your sprocket on your axle, your keyway is in place, then you go ahead, you look, here's where the keyway goes. So you slide your hub backer back on, wobble a little bit, get it set on there, turn the axle, get to your set screw, and then tighten your set screw back down. Oops. Okay, we got that tight. Now your unit may have spacers here, or it may have spacers back here. That's why it's important to check them as you pull them apart, because they're spaced in the way they ride on your unit. This one today did not. Now you go back, replace your tire. I want to turn and show you something first though. Here's your ratchet pawl, and it'll be set in the out position because the spring will be holding it outward. So once you put your tire on, you'll have to kind of reach in and kind of move that pawl in so that it's in the gears. I didn't get it in enough. They clicked in, put our washer or spacer back on, and then install our cotter pin. And bend it back out. Now we're all ready to go to the other side. Okay, next we got our keyway in. We slide in our star sprocket. Once that's in, we can turn this till our set screw is set up so that we can tighten it. And this is the 3/16 Allen head. We got that tight. Okay, now we've got our star wheel on. We put our spacers back on. After our spacers, we insert our keyway and tap it down a little bit just to make sure it's all the way in to make life a little easier. And then we put our hub backer back on. And once our hub backer's on, we'll turn it so that we can get to our set screw, insert our Allen head. Tighten that down. And now just reinstall the tire, put the spacers on the outside, and put the cotter pin back in. We're ready to go.